Jackson Radio Show.
Let's discuss harassment for a second. Why can't I harass you? Sometimes. I can never harass you. Never. And I'm not talking about, like, I'm talking just, it's unfair that I can't harass you at the workplace. Like you gotta be careful just to say, hey, you look beautiful today. That's how messed up the game is. I think you should be able to comment on any part of the body that you see. I'm serious. I mean, let's work out a deal. Don't get me fired. Having women work with men, right, is like having a grizzly bear work with salmon. Dipped in honey, like, so. Now you dip the salmon in the honey, right? Grizzly bears, and the salmon get to walk through comfortable with honey and fish and good morning, grizzly bears. And the grizzly bears is like, hey, he can't even growl, like, what's up, fish? Oh my God, human resources. The grizzly bear just did grizzly bear stuff.
All right, everybody. Welcome back. Kevin Jackson here. That's a funny set by Patrice O'Neal. Rest in peace, Patrice, one of the funniest comedians out there. Why? Because he's dealing with real stuff. People, why? Were you laughing? Of course. I saw you guys laughing, but what about the audience? You think they were laughing? Of course they were laughing. Funny stuff. That's what life is about. Life is funny when you're able to address it. We could even go into further. Why do we allow men and women in the workplace? Then you could even segue into, now do you understand why Muslim men want to keep men and women separate? They don't want to deal with this nonsense. Shout out to Islam. Shoot. Who wants to put up with that? Who wants to believe that the most innocent thing can now be misconstrued as, look at what he did? And people's careers are ruined. This is the thing that really bugs me, is that, these are not trivial things. Roy Moore is a judge. And now he's a tainted judge. Because somebody had a political agenda and said, you know what, I'm just gonna ruin his life. Why not? Do you realize there are people out there who take some sort of morbid pleasure in ruining people's lives? It could be an old girlfriend. Oh, we broke up. I'll get him. Just wait. How many women do you think right now are scheming like, well, shoot, I could easily say something about so-and-so. I'll be believed. Look, remember when they did all the sexual harassment in Congress and Elizabeth Warren? I was sexually harassed. Yeah, my professor, when I was in the college, he chased me around the desk, and they found out the dude had polio. he was on those walkers. Yeah, how'd he chase her around the desk? Looking like a pterodactyl that was landed, the wings, walking on the wings, or looking like a walrus. Come on, lying. And she was giggling the whole time, never reported him. And of course, dude is dead, so he can't come back and go, she's lying. Pocahontas, you talking about Pocahontas? She's lying about being Indian, and she's lying about me chasing her around the desk. I had polio. I was in a wheelchair, or, I don't know. I didn't even have any legs. If the dude that chases Elizabeth Warren around the desk had no legs and arms and all he had was a neck and a head, she'd swear he rolled around on that neck and his head trying to chase her around. He was trying to breathe up my skirt. They're just liars, man. God. And people that throw in with them you're just as despicable to me as anybody else. I'm sorry, Jeff Flake, senator from Arizona, tweets, "Decency wins." He's for Doug Jones. He's for a dude who will kill black babies in droves. And he tweets, "Decency wins." What's up with Flake? Decency? Really? Let me tell you a few undecent things about Doug Jones. The first undecent thing about Doug Jones is he's a white dude with a black man's name. How about that? The same people who want Donald Trump impeached for a little grab butt that they claim he did canonized a sexual predator for 8 years by the name of Bill Clinton. Many of those same people wanted the woman who allowed Bill Clinton to get away with all of his sexual abuse of women, which is decades long and continues to this day. They wanted that woman elected. But decency wins. Decency wins when the Democrats, we just found out the other day, spent $270,000 of your tax dollars settling Alcee Hastings' sexual abuse lawsuit. Member of the Congressional Black Circus. Yes, one of the circus clowns. And he's one of the people that your tax dollars went to protect him. 270 grand. Let me ask you, what do you think that money could have gone towards? The national debt? Bailing out quite a few black people from losing their homes? Maybe helping a few black folks start their own businesses? Yeah, Alcee, thanks a lot, bro. Thank you. Unbelievable. John Conyers. Dude was 88 years old, served 52 years in Congress. How many women do you think John Conyers molested or sexually abused in some way? They said he used the threat of Chandra Levy, like, you don't give it up, you could find yourself dead at a park in New York City. They had to dig up your bones. Wow. He was threatening people. Al Franken. Look, I still go back to Franken's a jokester. We all know people like him. Every one of us. I've been to parties where if I had videotaped them, half the guys in the party would be out of a job. Yeah, they'd be out of a job. So, you know what? Where does this end? Somebody give me the end game. Man, I want to see that payoff list. I want to see where our money went. I want to know who got paid. Because for all intents and purposes, if you want to leave Congress or whatever, he molested me, it's going to be swept under the rug. Look, John, I'm going to say you molested me. You give me $250K. I'm out of your hair, because I want to go do my thing over here. I'll donate to the campaign, and and it's never going to see the light of day anyway. Am I being a conspiracy theorist? Decency wins. The Democrats don't want to show you that list because they don't want to show you how many of these indecent suckers are on it. Figure the average payout is $200K. I mean, I don't know what it is, but is $200K too much? So they had $17 million in this slush fund, because that's what it was. You had $17 million in the slush fund, and if the average person got $200,000, then you're looking at what? Do the math. Somebody in your head. What? 85 assailants. 85 people. So 85 members of Congress at an average of $200,000 are on that list. And it's actually 17,200,000. So we could add one more, 86. So if there are 86 people on that list, that's a lot of congressmen. That's a big number. 535 total, when you look at the House and the Senate. Really? Decency wins, Jeff Flake says. Jeff Flake, man, talk about really showing your true colors. Ted Kennedy murdered a woman, and the Democrats call this man the Lion of the Senate. Yeah, he's a lion that eats rabbits. The Lion of the Senate. That's what they think about him. Robert Byrd, member of the Klan for years. Decency wins, right? They eulogize this man with the highest people in office. The Clintons and Obama all eulogize Senator Robert Byrd from West Virginia. Yeah, because decency wins. How many decent people do you know can kill people, extort people, can menace people like Hillary Clinton has done to all these women that Bill Clinton has harassed? How much of this has gone on where these people are talking about what Conyers did or what Franken did? I couldn't speak out. They're not talking about conservatives. They're talking about them. They're talking about themselves. Decency wins. Decency won nothing the other day when Doug Jones got elected. There are no decent people on the left side of the aisle in politics, and they know it. They get mad at us for saying it, but it's the truth. Nothing decent about it.
Kevin Jackson
on the Black Sphere Radio Network.
Do you owe back taxes to the IRS or state? The secret to avoiding the IRS nightmare is to seek professional representation. My friends at Security Tax Associates provide the most cost-effective and ethical representation in the industry while helping to avoid seizures, levies, and wage garnishments. Security Tax Associates is here to ensure that the appropriate steps are taken to permanently eliminate any possibility of future tax burdens once and for all. For a free, no-obligation consultation, contact Security Tax Associates, 844-779-4177. That's 844-779-4177. 844-779-4177. Or visit them at securitytaxassociates.com.